Okay, so I don't think that I have done any updates since the end of December, and I may have even forgotten to upload it, but I have a video. If you've stumbled upon this channel, hi. This is not a YouTube channel. This is a personal documentary effort for me. So if you feel like following along, don't count on any consistency. But yeah, this is just me documenting what we do on our homestead and in my garden so that I just ran a really dirty finger through my hair. Gross. It's okay. It's part of it. Yeah, this is just me documenting our journey and our progress so that I have something to look back at. This is our third home, and I really wished that I would have done progressive documenting. And this is, God willing, our forever home. So this is where we're just kind of showing how we have built things up. I don't even really know where to begin. So I'm just going to begin with the goats. We lost a goat in December to listeria. We had to put him down. And it was actually a blessing because we were watching a Justin Rhodes video on how to kindly extinguish an animal's life. And my husband and I had a conversation, and we were like, well, we think we know what we would do if we were ever in that situation, but like, let's actually make a plan and know what we would do. So we had conversations, and because the goat had listeria, it didn't all come together like our plan was, because we were very worried about contamination. But it was really great that we had that conversation. So all that to say, the second day after that goat passed, its mother gave birth to another little baby, which was sweet. And then like a week ago, we had a goat on the whole Tuesday, 2/22/22. We had a goat give its first birth to twos on our farm. We've only ever had goats have one baby, but it had two on the Tuesday, and she rejected one of them, and it declined very quickly. I was kind of aware that her behavior was standoffish to that one, so I would put her in the milking stand and make her nurse him. And one night he was fine, frolicking, hopping around, and then the next morning when I went out there, he was almost gone. It was only like a couple days old when she rejected him, I guess overnight, and quit feeding him. And I spent that day trying to get him to recover, and he made some progress, but he just didn't make it through the next night. But all that to say, I have a baby goat out here that's like a week old, and then I have another goat about to drop a baby any day now. So that's animals. Oh yeah, we still have 8 chickens. They're laying eggs for us like crazy. And mid-April, we're expecting several more from Murray McMurray. We're getting the True Blue Whiting, and then I don't even remember the other name. So that's gonna be fun. But in the garden, I have been working hard. Hold on. I just put up some T-posts and a 100-pound test line. This is what my dad has in his garden. We got a new dog. Oh, she just ran off. It's a black lab. She's really cute. We got a new dog, and she really loves the garden, and I would really love for her to stay out. So this keeps the deer out of my dad's yard, and we're gonna see if it keeps the dog and my kids out of here. But this is the fishing line on the T-post. Got a bunch of blueberry bushes over here, and probably in the next week or so, I'm going to be digging holes and planting like 5 apple trees over here. I have lots of, I think this is ranunculus, Shasta daisies, of course. I've seen some of my peonies. There's more ranunculus. There's peony. This is a little peony root sprouting up for me. Snapdragon, I believe. I am not super great at identifying sprouts. Who's with me? Woo! Yep, there we go. She just bumped into it, and she's going around. But it works. That's good to know. Okay, so as I said, on this whole hillside, we're going to be doing a lot of perennial fruits. Okay, berries, apples, all that kind of good stuff. We moved the church pew out of the corner because it was just decaying. It was too exposed. So I would love to figure out some seating out here because I get really, really tired and I would love to sit down. I don't know what I'm going to do right here just yet. We'll see. But my husband and my father-in-law helped me putting these trellis tunnels. They're 8 trellises deep. So like I'm going to do cucumbers on one entire one. I am known for my pickles, and I have found that 4 trellises will yield me about 100 jars of pickles, and quite frankly, we would really love more. So yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of that. I have seeds going in the basement right now. I'll show you those in a minute, but I'm probably gonna do like 6 trellises of tomatoes, maybe 3 Paul Robeson, 3, let's do more than that. 3 Paul Robeson, 3 Roma, probably some cherry tomatoes, and then we'll see. I need my husband to help me with this because I'm not good at stretching it, but I'm gonna do like a little wall here to do sugar snap peas, okra, and bell peppers. And I have California Wonder bell peppers sprouting in my basement makeshift greenhouse. Costco roses look great. I pruned David Austin roses. I have Crown Princess Margaretta and the Generous Gardener over there. And I have 4 kids. There's lots of background noise. But yeah, I pruned those for the first time, which was terrifying. I have a friend who just moved that has lots of blue hydrangeas that she is not going to be utilizing all of them, and I have been telling everybody for months, I want hydrangeas, I want hydrangeas. And so I think later this week I'm going to get to go over to her place and dig them up as a thank you for letting me have them, and let her look through the seeds that I have that I don't need for this season and give her first pick. So in this whole space, like right here, over here I have my herb pyramid. I'll show you this in a second. I made a little, I don't know if you call it a mosaic, of perennial bulbs, but then all back here I want hydrangeas. I love them. I think they're amazing. It was our wedding flower. I love that they come back bigger and badder every year. Here I have all kinds of stuff, and this is in some like goat manure, but I have lilies, tulips. I can't even tell you what all is in here, but it's fantastic stuff. I have some sage planted over here. I need to take the rosemary bush out of my herb pyramid. It's just way too big for that. Gladiolas are somewhere in here. I have other things that are supposed to come up every year. Too many to name, and quite frankly, I don't remember all the names. Coming down here, let's actually come back up here to get a better view. This might be the biggest change. All behind our pool house. I mulched and mulched and mulched, and I still have some. I know where I'm putting that. I need to come get it. It's been sitting here for quite some time. I still have some blackberry bushes here and there, like this guy and this one. And this one. So we'll see what they do. But over here I have 6 raised beds, and I need to do the fishing line on T-posts on this back side too, because there's the dogs over there yet again in this area. But I have 6 raised beds, 3 on each side with the arched trellises in between. And the idea was, okay, I'm going to stand here so we can all see. I was going to do flowers here and here, but this was the first bed that I filled because I could back my minivan up right here, and I just bought bags of dirt from Walmart because it was what I could do at the time, and I had to get my garlic in. So this ended up being the first raised bed that was actually filled. You can see evidence of squirrels. It's very frustrating. We're making it. I might put like a, what do they call it? Some kind of net, mosquito net or something over it to try to deter them a little bit. But I really should have done that in the beginning. But then this whole thing at least is tulips, and they look fairly happy. We're doing pretty good on that front. I'm just gonna kind of tuck everybody in that I can. But yeah, tulips here, garlic here. This is my first time successfully growing garlic. I have bought it from the grocery store before, and no bueno. So we'll see what that does. I bought that from Mi Garlic, Mi Gardener. I was late to the game. I was working so hard on spreading mulch and expanding and getting materials, putting raised beds together. These were from Amazon. At the time that I bought them, they're like $55 a piece. They fluctuate in price. So I just kind of like had them in a save for later list and sometimes even in my cart, and I just kept watching. I bought the first one. Honestly, I could have bought all 6, but I bought one to see if I liked it, and then I bought all 5 when I saw that the price was still low. And I'm so far happy now. Clearly, I have not even grown a full season in them. I've had them for months just prepping them for growing, but I can't say much about the longevity. But ease of assembling, it really wasn't that bad. Like once you do the first one, it's fine. They're exceptionally lightweight, but then I just like them. I think that they're very practical, not a whole lot of fuss. The boxes are like tiny when you get them, but these 3 beds are half filled with goat manure, and then these last 2 I borrowed my dad's chip shredder and I just shredded leaves and piled it in. Now when I put the leaves in here, it was like a big mountain, but it has compressed down to this, and I did this probably, gosh, November. I can't even say. I'd have to look. But I don't believe that I'm going to be able to take flower seeds and plant flowers in this or anything like carrots. So I think I'm going to try potatoes in these 2. But initially the plan was I have 6 raised beds, and I was going to do garlic in 1, carrots in 1, onions in 1, potatoes in 1, and flowers in 2. So we're gonna go get a truckload of dirt and fill these 3 beds, and I have a feeling that I will end up doing, I need flowers. I just do. I just need some flowers. 1 or 2 with flowers, and then maybe the last 1 or 2 onions and carrots. Because I just don't think I'm going to be able to grow onions, carrots, or flowers in these 2. So I might give potatoes 2 beds this year. But this is the back of the garden, and you can see where the mulch ends. So I just need to string about 4 T-posts here and do the fishing line and block it off. But yeah, one day the dream is that like about right here where this mulch pile is, kind of where this driveway comes up and ends, is that I would have a window greenhouse there. I've always bought tomato starts and bell pepper starts. Anything that I can direct sow, I do. But I have never been able to successfully sprout seeds, nor have I had the space to do it successfully. I have 4 small kids and pets, and I've tried a few things. Tried a few things here and there, but they didn't make it. They got knocked over or whatever. But this year I have a pretty good system in the basement. It's going to kind of need a little bit more help sooner rather than later. And I have no flowers started down there. I have, oh gosh, let's go look. Let's go see what we have. All right, this is my setup in our basement. Little space heater. All of my seeds are Baker Creek, and it's in front of this window. Now, this is facing south. So quite honestly, not a whole lot of light comes through here. Let me just say that. It's not ideal, but I'm doing the best that I can. I had this little grow light that I've had for forever from Amazon, and it got a few things to sprout. I'll admit that. This one little light was on all 3 of these trays, but I ended up just biting the bullet and getting these 2 grow lights. But over here, I've got Paul Robeson tomatoes, Martino's Roma, and Sunrise Bumblebee cherry tomatoes. And I just made my light mad. Yeah, I just actually came through here this morning and pulled out all of like the multiples. And you can see that, I mean, I have it really close to them, but I feel like they were stretching a bit. So I have this light nice and low. These are the California Wonder bell peppers. Let's see, I have 36 cells of those growing, and just yesterday they started to, maybe yesterday or the day before, they started to sprout up, which is very exciting. Since I've been out here this morning, I see a few more have sprouted. And then these are 72 cell trays. I have yellow of Parma onions, probably about at least 100 of those. And I kind of feel like I mislabeled this. I have Craig's Grande oh my gosh, was that not the most embarrassing thing that I just almost did? Craig's Grande jalapenos, excuse me. And I feel like I mislabeled where those were, because these definitely look like onions to me and not jalapenos. These, however, might be jalapenos. That's my guess. Or they could be bell peppers. Time will tell. I need to come through here and pull the extra onions because there's just a lot of that going on. But yeah, I have tomatoes, onions, and bell peppers covered. So here's the problem. It is now the end of February. We have about 6 weeks left until these are ready to go outside. I'm in zone 8, and mid-April is when I should be putting everything out in the ground. I'm not going to be able to fit a whole lot of 6 cell trays under these 2 lights. What am I going to do, you ask? I'm really not sure. I'm just kind of taking this day by day. So I'm very proud that I have successfully sprouted these. Here's to taking care of them, not letting them get too leggy, and hoping that they all make it outside. I come by and I pet them to emulate the wind and other things that they might encounter, make them strong little plants. And I'm obsessed with touching plants because I just love plants so much. So yeah, one day at a time. We'll see how far these get.